It's easy to feel like you are your thoughts and feelings, that they define who you are. Maybe even your feelings are what you're capable of, good or bad. You might feel totally overwhelmed by anxious thoughts or weighed down by sadness and think that's just you. I'm just anxious, I'm just depressed. Or when you're hurt or angry, you think things that later or immediately make you think, oh my God, I can't believe I just thought that. But what if you aren't your thoughts or feelings? What if you are simply the one noticing them? And this session is here to help you see yourself not as the stuff that goes on in your mind, but as the quiet space in which it all happens. And so we'll work to create a little distance between you and what you think and feel so you can stop getting lost in it. Or stop letting a passing thought define you, because it's just that, it's a thought, and we all have those, good, bad, or indifferent. So see the description box for a few articles on the science, the research on how this works. And then rate yourself at a 1 to 10 scale of how you feel when I'm talking about, do you think that your thoughts and feelings define you, that I'm always this way, or, that sort of thing. And we'll check back in after tapping to see where that's at. So just tap with and repeat after me. Even though I feel like I am my thoughts and emotions, I'm open to a new way of seeing and loving and honoring myself. Even though I get completely lost in my thoughts and emotions, I'm learning to just watch them pass by and let myself be peaceful. Even though I shock myself feeling uncertainty or regret about some of my thoughts. I'm realizing everyone has those, and it's okay. I'm okay. They don't define me. Even though a part of me believes that my thoughts are who I am, I am deeply and completely loving and accepting myself and my sometimes wayward thoughts. I feel like I am my thoughts. I get so lost in my emotions and my passing thoughts. Together, my thoughts and emotions feel so real. I'm scared to let go of my thoughts, but also scared to face them head on. Like, where did that thought come from? I'm so attached to these feelings. Is that really me? Do I really feel that way? Or is that maybe just a fast reaction? Can it just go on by if I acknowledge it and let it through? It seems hard to create a space between my actions and my thoughts. What if I am not my thoughts, though? What if I'm just the space in which the thoughts occur? I can learn to observe them without following them. It's just all the parts of me processing and figuring out the best way to move forward. What if I'm just a container for my feelings? I can simply let my feelings flow through me. Okay, I felt it. Maybe I had a thought with it, good or bad. I see it. Okay. And now I can process and let it all pass through. I'm learning to separate myself from my thoughts. I'm okay. I'm safe to let things come up and just pass on through. I am a container for my thoughts. And I process them and let them go with ease now. I am a space for my emotions. I see you, I feel you. You can go on through now. There's no need for my emotions to be stored in me or to define me. I am not my feelings, I am the witness. I am not the thought, I am not my thoughts, I am the observer. And I can observe it all without being swept away. No guilt, no shame, no fear. Thoughts and feelings are not actions. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, that is not what defines me. I can watch my thoughts without getting lost in them. I give them space to come up and be curious if I feel I need to know more. When they aren't necessary, I just send them on their way now. When they are necessary, I react with calm and grace. I'm learning to create space for my thoughts. I acknowledge I am the container, not the actual thought. I am the observer of my own mind. I am the space in which my emotions exist. And I control how long thoughts or emotions stick around. Deep breath. See where you are on that 1 to 10 scale. Like we said, we're the container for our thoughts and feelings. We can truly learn to create space for them without getting lost and caught up in them. Just feeling trapped by your own thoughts or emotions, completely ruled by them, is a really hard place to be. You can feel like there's no way out, or that a passing thought somehow defines who we really are. And maybe it's a shocking thought of anger or rage or payback. Maybe it's a bias or a stereotype or a limiting belief like I'm so stupid, or I'm so worthless, or whether it's an ism or obia. So I always think of them, you didn't think you had it. Sexism, racism, homophobia, xenophobia. Or it's a self-limiting belief you didn't even realize was there, but you hear it in yourself and you want to shake it. You say, that's not me. Then it's important that you can sit with it and understand what's really going on and decide how you can work on that issue, that belief, that negativity, whatever it is. You can fix it. You don't have to let it define who you are, no matter how long it's been with you, if you just popped up out of nowhere. And it takes practice seeing your mind not as your identity, but as something separate, something you can, you watch. It's not running the show. Thoughts and emotions are momentary, based on what's happening in this exact moment. And they are something you can update to match who you want to be. So yeah, sitting with it and observing it lets you know, oh, I don't really want to think like that, or I don't really want to be like that, or I don't want to think that way about myself. And the more you can do that and kind of sit with it, then you know what to work on. So keep yapping on this until you have it squared away, and you're down to a zero, and you realize that any passing thought, no matter how good or bad, is not a definition of the entirety of who you are. And really be mindful of, maybe even take a few notes of what else is coming up, and check around on the channel for could be emotions that are coming up, like anger, or what else might be out there, anxiety that's coming up, and you realize, oh, I'm just an anxious person, and you say, no, I don't want to live in that. Then you can find the one on anxiety, depression, that sort of. Of course, if you're really struggling and thinking in any way of harming yourself, or also just in general mental health, local mental health, somebody that can one-on-one work with you, definitely reach out to somebody. This is something that you can do daily at home, part of a meditation practice, on the bus, at work when you're super riled up about something, or nervous right before you have to give a presentation at school, those sort of things. But if you're feeling like you might harm yourself or anything like that, please do be sure you reach out for additional help, because this is only a video. I can't help you one-on-one this way. But also, if you find, like I said, if you realize, oh, I think I'm a bit sexist, or bigot, or I have this stereotype towards this one group of people, or one type of thing, or one, whatever it is, and I don't really want to feel that way anymore. I don't want to feel or think that. And it could be because you just came across it as an adult, and you're hearing people around you say it. It could be something you grew up with, and you just kind of look around and go, that's not who and what I want to be. But then, you don't say anything, or you don't go get help, because you think, oh my God, I cannot tell people that I've thought that, or that people, said that around me as an adult, or any of those sort of, or I don't want to be associated with that. And sometimes we need to do that. You don't have to go on a world apology tour or anything, but a one-on-one person, or being able to write it down for yourself and then come back, and even do tapping on it to figure out what's there. Is it driven by fear, or just a belief of, elitism of some sort? And how do you drop it? Do you think that, you struggle with success, and, I have one, like money isn't evil? Do you think you maybe hold yourself back in your career, or from financial success, out of fear of success, or fear of failure? And when you start writing it down and kind of like thinking through the feelings and emotions that come through, and you just do allow them to come up without having to bash yourself about it, or think that's exactly who I am, you could come across something that, I believe that I'm meant to be poor because that's how I was raised. I believe that money is evil, or I'm never going to have it. That's not who we are. We're not those people. What is that? Who are those people? You can be, and as successful as like all of that, but you can figure out what to tap on by writing it down, and kind of making notes to yourself and that sort of thing. And if you do come across any of those, by all means, please do let me know in the comments. And I'll try to put a video together for what you may be struggling with. Subscribe, of course, to get notified and of new videos as I put them out. And if you could like or comment, it does help me grow as a channel, and I really appreciate that. So you are not your thoughts, one random thought, one just you're not an angry person because someone cut you off in traffic, and you yelled at them or honked the horn, or anything along those lines. Doesn't make you naturally just, I'm just an angry person. You don't have to be. It was a thought. It went through. We can move along and move past that. So I hope you have a great day, and take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Later.